Hello there, welcome back to Ireland. Last time, well, we played the waiting game, waiting for truces to end, and right about the time they were about to end, we died to a revolt. A battle in a revolt, and that made me kind of, well, pissed off, but something I can live with. The revolters had 7,000 men or so, so sacrificing one man to make that end kind of made, well, sense. To some degree. So, what we will be doing now, I guess, is declaring war on the Hungarians. I'll actually wait until they are basically on top of me here. So, we'll go ahead here, declare war on this old man, the Holy War for Moldau, and then we'll take Wallachia next if we finish that before he dies. So, Army of an Echo is attacking my army, which currently doesn't actually have any generals. So that is a very bad move on my part, but at the very least it seems like we are actually winning the battle. And we're slaughtering a ton of Hungarians, so that is positive. We will of course now set the generals for the army, and we'll hunt down and hopefully destroy this one before we end up in a troublesome situation, which probably already happened because we have lost 2,500 men in a battle in kind of pointless circumstances. So hopefully we can completely destroy this army once and for all and regrow our, well, mercenaries, no, not mercenary retinue to complete size. I have no idea if there's actually any retinues in here, but just to be safe. We'll also just then wait for the sieges to finish and we'll replenish our army while that happens. These guys will attack us and I have no idea if they'll replenish anymore. But if they do, then it'll definitely be scary. And apparently, I actually forgot to replenish my guys here as well. So that's kind of my fault. But we'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, what have I done and what have I not done here? There we go. And also go ahead and place the spy master in this area just to see if there's any more extra troops coming in. And luckily enough, they weren't. But they are attacking us now, 6,000 to 5,002. Once again, I do have retinue, so they should be stronger. The Pope is actually here as well, so that is kind of a frightening sight. And we are currently losing all of our troops, it seems like. Yes, we're basically screwed here. We have lost an entire flank. So, if I can get a white piece here, I will take it. Let's just be honest. I don't have more troops in the area, and as such, taking that white piece is possibly the best thing I could have hoped for. I can't plot to kill him either, but I'll send some more troops down there, most likely a whole new retinue. And yeah, I'll have to join both of these up, and we'll send them down there to try and make things to some extent a little bit better, or make it work as it were. So I'll just do that, and once I have, I'll get back to you, and we might consider going after the, what's their name? Going after Bulgaria. We'll see how it turns out. So, we do have a Crimean peasant revolt, which actually isn't that dangerous when you think about it. We're also having the fleet here with the extra retinue troops coming in, so all in all, it's not really that horrible. We also have, well, gotten some extra cash because I'd opted for allowing most of the people in my dungeons to get out of the dungeons in exchange for a little bit of a monetary, well, fix-up, I guess I should say. But we'll go ahead and deal with the Crimean peasants, shouldn't be too much of a problem. And once we've dealt with them, I guess we will do some holy warring here, because as you can see, Byzantium is in trouble, more or less. So I guess we'll start here by trying to go for a holy war here for Cherson, if it's actually... Yeah, I can go for just the count here, and that is kind of what I'm aiming for here. We'll declare war on the count, holy war for Cherson, just to finish, or just to get that little piece of land, and hopefully we can get it here before too much time passes, hopefully. I will be allowing the army to some extent replenish while we are waiting for the siege to finish, and hopefully we can also snatch Kartli, but we'll wait and see. I should probably go for Kartli first, and then try to make my way through the minefield here, because if we get a border here with the Abbasids, we can hope for just snatching 1 or 2 counties, luckily. But for now, we'll just focus on trying to take Cherson and to some extent Kartli if we are given the opportunity. We'll see how it goes. Unfortunately, as you can see here, the revolt ended. But on a positive note, there's a ton of revolters in Hungary here. They have also a lot of troops here, the Teutonic Order. There's a host here that's actually coming out, Tengri Uprising. There is a peasant revolt. There's also a host here for Azov, which I believe is actually here. So it doesn't matter too much. But once again, I will be waiting for at least on their hope that they'll actually despawn that Teutonic Order army. And I'm kind of also tempted to check if they actually do have still an alliance with Hungary here. And they apparently do not. So attacking Bulgaria right now is potentially the right move. And we'll go for, of course, Alania to make the borders look a little bit neater. Although not as good as they could be. We'll still have to do a little bit more conquest before we get to that level. But yeah, we'll be going after Bulgaria right now. And hopefully without Hungary interfering. So, let's just get right on it and see how it turns out. Also, as you can see, the Welsh populace in Gwynedd has embraced the Ashkenazi culture, so I have some more civilized peasants, which means that 2 of my own Donetsk provinces have converted, which all in all is a very good thing to note. Can't really complain about that. Another county actually converts as well, so we're doing fairly well for ourselves. We are getting well, the results that we want, I guess I should say, and as such, I really can't complain. And of course, here there's quite a big Bulgarian army here, and I'm going to try and intercept it. If I can get them over the waters here, then that would be great, but apparently I will not be able to. We'll simply wait in Kuban. We do have some fairly good leaders, and it's also a retinue, so it should crush the army here, as you can see, fairly well. And with that, I'm pretty sure that this war is already won. The Duchy of Alania will be ours, and we can have all the way to, well, almost all the way to the bank, more or less. So, there we go. War is more or less over. Don't really have any troops, so all that really is remaining is to do a couple of sieges on our part, and I guess then we are done. And there we go. Wow! I thought we were done, but we weren't. So, there's quite a big army here. The barbarians join in, but as you can see, we're actually slaughtering it, so it shouldn't be a problem. There we go, war over. Alania is ours, and boom, there we go. The problem now is, of course, that we have an even wider border with Byzantines, and as such, we are kind of, I guess, a, well, tempting target to eat. But, of course, if we actually wind up being too much of an annoyance, and to some extent causing a lot of damage to them, then they might actually end up being a target for the Abbasids. But for now, we'll wait for the old guy here to die, or the troops to run out, and then we'll do a second try for the Duchy of Moldau. We'll see how it turns out. So, we have the fourth liberation of Scotland here with 6,000 troops. That needs to be dealt with. And how many troops do I actually have in Ireland? About 13,000, so it shouldn't actually be something that we need to worry about. All that we simply have to do is allow our troops to join up. I guess we'll join them up over here. And once they join up, the battle itself shouldn't be that long. We also have quite a bit of troops in over here now, 1,500. So I'll probably start and use them once we actually fight Hungary next time. And hopefully with their help, we'll be able to make something work. So, we'll see how it goes then. But for now, we'll allow everything to go, well, as planned. As Crusader, I'm currently trying to improve my intrigue as well, simply to make sure that I survive a little bit longer. Although, to be honest, the intrigue lessons haven't really helped so far, but once again, it's kind of, it's really not that, how should I put this? It's really not that likely that this guy will meet his doom on the battlefield, due to the fact that he has a marshal of only 7. So that's at least very positive, and apparently here a lot of my troops got slaughtered as well as theirs, so not good that. But we are at least dealing some damage, and my wife, as you can see, was pregnant again, so hopefully we'll get a smart child or something out there. But there we go, the liberation of Scotland failed, and someone here is, well, up for execution. Gregor of Aberdeen, the Ranald, and Tarmac apparently. No idea where you actually came from, but you will be banished because you are Jewish. So I'm going to be a little bit kind with you. but just a little bit. So, as I said here, we'll be waiting for either revolts or hopefully, well, truces to run out, more or less. We'll see how it turns out. I did forget about the fact that I can actually declare war on Garlic due to the fact that I have a new king. I completely forgot about that, but we will do that right now. Thinking that Garlic should help a little bit, and potentially what I could do here is actually fight Poland and Pomerania, and thus get myself the access that I need to some extent get myself a land border. It's also quite interesting to see that the Lombard band here has actually taken over Brittany, probably due to the fact they hired them and that they failed to pay or something like that. But once again, it's quite an interesting thing to notice. But yeah, I'm really tempted to actually go ahead and create that landline, and I also now have actually a reason to why I actually want to take down the Byzantines, and probably will have to. If we go and take a quick look at the Jewish holy sites, I believe. Let's see here. If I check for the Jewish holy sites, where are they? Hamadan, Salala, Atur. Well, okay, so I actually have to. Yeah, how we see. There are the holy sites. So I actually pressed Orthodox and then I got these. So I thought first that I have to take them out. That's my bad here. As you can see, the Jewish holy sites are very much in this area here. This one down here, but that's kind of annoying. But those three will definitely get. But I first thought it was the Orthodox holy sites, which are Thrace, or Constantinople. We have the one right here, one there. So yeah, we'll probably not be doing too much with the Byzantine. But as I said, it's probably right now. It seems like it would be a good idea to some extent create a almost a line or protective line here from north coast and down to here. So I'll have to consider if we will take that much of Europe. We probably will do, but I'm very uncertain right now. There's one thing I can say for certain, and that is once we actually go ahead here and wow, a liberation of Georgia. That is kind of scary. 8,300 troops. Well, we'll just abandon the siege then and kill those off, hopefully. But as I was saying here, what we will do probably is once we actually create Israel, we'll probably destroy the title Kingdom of England. So we'll see how that goes up. But there's apparently a total of total souls declared total conquest Karuna. I have no idea if it's actually just the. I have no idea if they're actually going for the duchy or just the county. But at the very least, that will probably open up for a chance for me to take something here for free, unless the Byzantines actually act on it before me. But for now, we'll go ahead here, deal with the Georgian Liberation Revolt, then we'll go back and deal with the Gaulish army, and then we'll simply annex them. So that is the plan. We'll see how it all turns out. So, King of Hungary just died, which means that the truce is up. We might actually consider a war here. The Hungarian army is actually rather spread up here. They are currently in war with Cumania. So when we are actually done with this, if the army is still up here, then we will declare war and we'll try to hunt down their army rather than doing anything else. Hopefully here we can also get rid of this army before too long is passing. Apparently I went to the wrong place, but that's another thing entirely. But yeah, we'll have to see if we'll actually end up fighting Hungary right off the bat. But yeah, we will be most likely trying to declare war, and then we'll just have to see how it all turns out. For now, I'll just ping pong back and forth with this one until it's hopefully destroyed, and then we'll go after the Gaulish army, and then we'll decide what to do. We'll see how it turns out. Things just got interesting here. Hungary won the war for Salkel, but apparently there's a claim war currently going on in Hungary, which should weaken it considerably. So yeah, we will. Well, I thought it would do so, but apparently it just died. Well, that was anticlimactic and kind of boring, but nothing I really can do about it. The war ended just about straight away. I finally go us after a quick son, and Nashon will as such be definitely, most likely be the next ruler, and as such I will just vote for him straight away here. Let's see if I can find him in the list here. There we have him, quick guy. So we'll go for him, see how this turns out. Potentially could be murdered horribly fairly early in his life. Let's just hope that does not happen. Once again, not really something that can be well guessed, promised on. But we'll go ahead here, fight this or finish this war, and then we'll decide on whether or not we should attack Hungary or not. We probably should, but as I said, finish this and then we'll decide on what to do. Whether or not I should probably hire mercenaries, send them down south. All in all, I'm a little bit unsure, but I probably should. So I'll consider that and then we'll figure out what to do. My apologies, I hadn't actually noticed how long time it has gone. But as you can see, we are more or less done. There's been some interesting thing here where Burgundy has more or less disappeared. Bavaria took over. But we'll take a close look on the map next time. For now, we are unfortunately out of time. We'll do some fights, probably a war against Hungary and Bulgaria. Starting to see a pattern. We'll probably do that for quite a while. But we'll see how it turns out next time. We are out of time again. But I'm a little bit unsure if I actually made myself clear on what my plan is here. Once we actually create Israel, I'll destroy every other kingdom title. And we'll try to try to make the entirety of the map the Jur Israel. We'll see if we can pull that off or not. I kind of would lean towards we can't. But I'll give it a go and see how things turn out. We'll have a lot of rivals to deal with. But all in all, if we just slowly but surely move forward, it should be possible. So, that's the plan. We'll see how it turns out. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like. And I'll see you around next time. Bye.